So a few days ago, most of you have probably already had seen that the streamer known as Hasan had gotten banned on Twitch, and immediately a day after, literally a 24-hour ban, he was unsuspended from Twitch. And like, it was funny because I'm actually going to show the message that I had left to my friends in the group chat that we have. I literally called that he was going to be unbanned after a day, and yeah, no surprise, he was unbanned after a day. And the reason as to why he was banned involved the fact that he was reading the manifesto from the recent shooting that happened in DC, where a man took the innocent lives of 2 Israeli embassy staffers. And Hasan, the reasoning for his ban was improper handling of terrorist propaganda, showing a violent extremist manifesto on stream while denouncing it, speaking out against terrorist organizations while displaying a recruitment video. And that might have to do with a video that goes around a lot, and it's the fact that he had another fellow streamer inviting an MP where he just shows literal terrorist propaganda. I don't know why, I don't know what drove him to show something like that, because it's kind of insane. I feel like I've already gone at length about how much I don't really like Hasan. I feel like he has a lot of very extreme political beliefs, and it's not even just because of the fact that he's on the left. It's not just because he's a leftist. I don't care that he's a leftist. What I care is that he says all these extreme things like America deserved 9/11. He had a Houthi terrorist on his live stream. He said recently, I think in the debate that he had with H3, that he believes that the Houthis are doing like a good thing with like 10 toes down. He believes that the Houthis are doing a good thing.
I believe what the Houthis are doing is a good thing. 10 toes fucking down.
He just kept asking me over and over again, like Hamas, Houthis, all this shit, trying to be like, oh, do you support them? Do you like them? Like, what do you think about them?
10 toes fucking down.
I'm not going to go beyond it. I'm not going to go beyond just like reiterating over and over again. I'm on the side of civilians. I want the endless bloodshed to end. I'm of the Brookings Institute mindset. I talk about these issues from an academic context. There are things that Trump has done that I actually agree with, and I'm not shy about saying those.
10 toes fucking down.
Despite the fact that they're a terrorist group that is strictly anti-Israel, and they're doing all these terrible things and like this whole conflict, trying to do things that they deem to be good things for Palestine, when in reality they're not doing like really that many good things at all. They're not really doing much to help them anyways. It's just kind of insane how we have Hasan that does all these crazy ass things. He says all these crazy ass things. He has people in his chat that even in emote only mode show the fact that they don't care about nuance. They don't care about how they could be perceived by outside audiences. It doesn't matter to them. They'll still show support to the guy who took the lives of 2 innocent people that did nothing to him, in the guise of him trying to be pro-Palestine. There's this whole like rumor, and not even a rumor, it's a theory that people are trying to say that this is a false flag. But Hasan, in the live stream, he even says himself that he doesn't believe that it's a false flag. He believes that the guy went and did this, and he believes that he was genuine in his actions. This isn't editing. I'm going to clarify and say that he never denies that it's a false flag, but he doesn't also say that it is a false flag. I'm going to play a clip. Have your own interpretations of what it is that he meant exactly when he was talking about it in the live stream, but my interpretation is that he doesn't outright deny it, but he doesn't actually say that it is. Whether or not he actually believes it's a false flag or not is entirely up to your own interpretation. Make of it what you will.
Either this is an adventurist who thought that he would get like Luigi Mangione level prominence off of this or something, or just a dude who thought that this was the best possible thing to do. But like I'm not Mr. False Flag at all, but like every single thing that he did in the aftermath of the shooting is so crazy that it's like you could not have designed a incident like this. You could not have designed a better false flag incident like this. I'm not saying it is a false flag incident at all. I'm not saying that. I think this is just a one dude who is genuine in his actions and maybe, you know, a little bit brain broken, okay? But it is crazy. This was legit the worst thing that could happen to the movement? No, it's not. And you guys need to stop doing that. That's another thing that I don't like either. Stop. Have some conviction. Have conviction. Assume that your fellow man is not like a brain broken child. Okay, I ask you, does this change what Israel is doing on the ground in Gaza? Does this change the dynamic of what Israel is doing on the ground, which is an ethnic cleansing campaign? If the answer to that is no, then stop leaning into a nihilistic attitude. Stop leaning into a pessimistic attitude.
It's just so strange. And it's not even the fact that I'm like anti-Hasan. I don't like Hasan, but it's not even that I'm just anti-Hasan. I just don't like the fact that he says all these extremist things on his live stream, gets away with it, never gets banned, and when he does get banned, it's a slap on the wrist. He's gone for not even a week, not even a month. He's gone for a day. But then you have an example that I'm going to use that I talked about before, where Asmongold said some pretty fucked up shit about the people of Palestine, and I don't agree with that either. I think what he said about the Palestinian people was pretty fucked up as well. But he had gotten a 2-week suspension. So as Asmongold, when he says something fucked up about a specific certain group of people, he gets a 2-week suspension. But when Hasan does the same thing, but for the people on the opposite side, it's fine. And he never gets suspended. He never gets any sort of punishment for it. And it's just so strange. And then you have like this theory that XQC talked about where he like leaked the idea or leaked the whole concept of what Twitch does, and they contact you and they tell you like, hey, you're gonna get banned around this time, yada yada yada. Like they basically work it around the schedule for the streamer that's about to get banned. So hypothetically, theoretically, you could probably insinuate that Twitch and Hasan had planned this out for him to be banned for a day. And there's kind of some evidence that's almost sort of supports that, considering the fact if you go and you look at his Twitch channel, all the VODs had been deleted. So you couldn't look back at any of his previous live streams or anything at all. It's just so weird. And I don't really have a full opinion about this whole conflict between Israel and Palestine because I'm not very informed about it. I know what I know, but I'm not going to pretend I'm like this harbinger of knowledge and I'm like super informative about what it is I'm talking about. A lot of the times I have to go and ask my friends like what's going on within like the political sphere because they're much more knowledgeable about it than I am. I know what I know, and I know that innocent people are getting killed, and that recently in Washington DC and American soil, 2 people had been killed when they shouldn't have, under the guise of trying to be pro-Palestine. But all it does is, in my opinion, it hurts their cause and it makes them look even worse than they have already been perceived to be as. Because you have all these Twitch streamers who are pro-Palestine, who are saying all these outrageous things about other streamers who they don't agree with, and it just gets so much worse and worse, and they continue to keep becoming more of a brand risk for the entirety of the Twitch platform. And for the life of me, I don't understand why they allow these people to continue to keep doing the things they're doing, keep saying the things that they're doing. And the only thing that I can think of that actually supports as to why they decide to keep them on the platform is just because of bias. It's just because of the fact that they say things that are in the same vicinity of the political spectrum that is on the same side that the higher ups over at Twitch agree with, despite the fact that just, I don't know. Like, the more that I think about it, the more that I try to talk about it, the more insane that it drives me. But the only thing that I'm really trying to ask for in this entire situation is, if you're going to give someone a suspension, at least have them be treated with the same level of severity as the crime that they committed. And it feels like that regardless of whatever Hasan has done that got him banned this time around, it didn't actually feel like that he had gotten punishment. It didn't feel like that he actually got properly punished for what he had said and for what he had done. He got a slap on the wrist at most, and that's pretty much it. And for the life of me, I just don't understand what Twitch is doing. I don't know what they think they're going to do moving forward, because I feel like things are only going to get worse. You know, the mainstream public is going to get more eyes onto Twitch, and the people that are on there and the things that people are saying in their fucking chats, and it's just going to get worse. And I don't know what's going to happen in the near future with Twitch, but I think that they're going to end up losing a lot of money. I think if you're going to treat someone with a crime, you need to treat this other person who did the same crime. Which, in this context of what I'm talking about, if you're going to ban Asmongold for something he said that was fucked up, you need to do the same thing with Hasan. And in my opinion, I think they deserved a longer ban. Both of them, right? Give them both like a 6-month ban, right? Because they both said some really heinous, fucked up shit. And that's, you know, this is simply my opinion. This is simply what I think of and what I think about whenever I see these streamers say the stuff that they do. And just, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I've been saying this stuff in videos for so long. And it goes back to the video that I had made recently where I talk about how politics and political streamers are ruining Twitch. And Hasan just continues to being the #1 example as to why I believe that politics and political streamers are ruining the Twitch platform. I don't have much else to say other than that. It's going to get worse from here. I know it's going to get worse from here. I don't know if anything's going to change, but if it doesn't, I feel like that Twitch is going to go down under very, very soon. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Those are my opinions. Let me know what your opinions are down below in the comments. I would really appreciate you if you left your thoughts down below. If you liked the video though, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more, please be sure to subscribe. I want to give a shout out to the members though, which so far there's only one, which is Renegade Enigma. I really appreciate it though. I really appreciate if you guys consider joining the memberships. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.